A lot of people don't think that shit's funny.
Yeah, that's it.
Like being trans fat.
Don't start. Don't start, my boy. Don't start. Switch the topic.
Nah. I'm gonna start talking while he's distracted. How the fuck we both wearing white? I just realized that.
That's how it be sometimes. Right?
Yeah. Today we matching. It is what it is. But yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna start talking while he's distracted, so I could just say whatever I want. But welcome back, you guys, to another episode. Let me say it right. Of Empire Talks. Today, I wanted to talk about. I know last one I kind of picked the topic as well, but this one I still want to pick the topic because I think this one, the last one we talked about was, here or there, but I think this one is like a super serious topic, super serious, very very serious.
Damn.
I know it's very serious. I know you will think it's very serious. The only ones we got to worry about is who's watching, if they think it's serious or not.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you the video.
Okay.
Because I don't think he's seen this video. He might have, but I'm going to show it to him real quick.
Let me go in there. Huh? Let me make sure nobody in here. Hello? See? There go man. There goes the man. See what I'm saying? There's a man. You know this is the women's bathroom, right? Sorry. That's the women's bathroom. A man in the women's bathroom. That's why you gotta go in here with your kids. Let me make sure nobody else ain't in here. Let me make sure. That's why you gotta go in there with your kids. Make sure no man in the damn bathroom.
Alright, so that's the end of the video. So, bro. So it says, dad checks the woman's restroom before his daughter goes in. So he did that, and there was a full-grown man in the women's restroom. It looked like it was like at a park or something like that.
Yeah. So
at a park, I kind of think it's like a little bit more leeway because not many people use the restroom. But at the same time, with that being said, there's a men's restroom that he could use. Point blank period, right? Before I give my opinion, what is yours on that?
On which part?
The entirety of it. The
entirety of it?
I guess, of course, as men, I'm pretty sure you check the restroom when you go, especially when you go. Because, like, being the man you don't have any girls. But I have two girls. So sometimes when we're alone, I have to take them into the restroom. And my oldest is old enough to do it by herself in the women's restroom. So I probably don't check as much as I should, but I do check. And then my youngest one, I have to take her with me, and I'm not going to go into the women's restroom, so I take her into the men's restroom with me. Yeah. But if there's especially if it's like a 2-stall type thing, if there's another man in there, I'll just wait until he leaves completely before I take her in there because I don't need her seeing whatever the case may be. Yeah. So with you not having daughters, how do you feel? You got nieces.
Yeah, it's fucked up, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I probably would have spazzed if I got to whoop his ass. So, it's one of those things, bro, where, like, you have to be extra cautious nowadays, bro. Like, especially, with women being men being women, everybody's pronouns and all that shit. And it don't help that the laws is, in a sense, egging that shit on. It's kind of like, man, like, you have to be extra careful nowadays, bro. Like, extra careful. And with that whole situation, like I said, I'm not the bigger person to just be okay with it.
Yeah, no.
You feel me? So I would have definitely whooped his ass. Like, I ain't even gonna hold it.
The thing with me, with that whole video, right? One, I'm very, maybe because he was with his daughter, so he kept it cool, but I'm very shocked that a black man stayed as chill as he did when it came to something like that. Yeah. Not saying that black man can't be chill. It's just certain situations we don't put up with. Yeah, you
facts.
know? And that's one of them, for the fact that he just said to him, that's a women's restroom, and that's kind of where he left it, messed me up because I was like, there's no way he didn't at least call him a bitch or something. Yeah. Because that's the first thing, hey bitch, what the fuck is you doing? So that's where I go. Granted, there were no kids in there when he was in there, so benefit of the doubt, right? He was in a rush. But the moment that I seen him smiling like that, the smile threw me over the edge.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, because for me, when someone knows they're doing something wrong or being a dickhead for no reason or for whatever reason, if they smile at it, like, oh, you call me a bitch to my face now. So now something has to happen. Yeah. So I don't think I would have not at least like tripped his ass. Like as soon as he walked, I just put my foot out real quick. Like, all right, bitch, now you about to stumble or something. But I don't know, because I've seen like here for you. Let's back up real quick. I always get ahead of myself. When he's like how you brought up the people, you know, men becoming women, women becoming men, the pronouns, and you're almost allowed to do whatever you want now. I don't have a problem. I've stated many times before, I don't have a problem with anything LGBTQIA plus. Y'all keep adding letters, bro. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stumble.
Oh shit.
I don't have anything against any of those things, right? The only thing that I can say that I do have a problem with is the people that use it as an excuse to do things that they know they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, facts.
That's my only problem. That's my only concern. And I will put out a blanket statement of, I feel like this topic that nobody really wants to talk about, or when they do talk about it, they either get canceled or it's like a big old uproar. I just feel like as a man, regardless of my sexuality or something like that, or stuff like that, my biggest concern is for children, because there's so many weird men out there, women too, but our worry is the man to do something wrong to our children. Yeah. There's so many weird people out there now that this is coming into effect, that it's just another excuse or another way for them to get away with the things that they do. As simple as going into a women's restroom when you know you're a man and you have man thoughts, you are completely a man. You're just saying, "Oh, I'm a girl, just so I can go in here today."
Yeah, facts.
So
it opens up that door for them other motherfuckers.
Right. So moving forward with this conversation, if we do continue to bring up the transgender or the pronoun stuff, it's no hate. It's just coming from our thought process and how we feel about the situation, about who uses it for the right and wrong reasons.
Yeah. If you're using it for the right reason and you really believe, then hey, by all means, more power to you.
Right. It's not a big deal. I promise you.
I believe you
we
too.
don't care. Yeah.
But for the motherfuckers that don't, and they use it as, you know, in a sense, power to, like you said, get away with certain things, it's kind of like you're abusing the
system.
Yeah. Like you work in a system.
Yeah. Like there was let me see if I can remember correctly. I don't know if I seen it myself or someone told me about it, but I guess there was a video or something going around where a man said that he was transgender, he was a woman, but so they put him in a woman's jail. And then the motherfucker was
raping a woman.
Yeah,
I seen that.
Yeah, so it's like stuff like that. There's really no way for us to tell who is doing it for the right and wrong reasons until something good or bad happens.
Yeah, facts.
Which is the sad part. I would love our world to be where we can prevent it before it happens instead of taking precautions after it happens. Yeah. Whatever it is. Yeah. So, just stuff like that. So going back to this video, I watched it a couple times and I try to think of how I would react if that was me and there was somebody in there. Would I flat out try to beat his ass? Probably not. But I would most likely be like, why are you in here? Or something like that. Yeah. And depending on what they say is how I would react. Even if they give me a bullshit excuse and be like, oh, the restroom was full, I just had to go pee real quick. There's nobody in here, so I used it. I'm like, all right, cool. Just, because you're a man, you can hold it. Be cautious.
Facts.
But if they were like, because I can or some shit like that, I'm automatically knocking your teeth out. Yeah. No questions asked. For sure. So, I don't know. And then being a dad, whether you have girls or boys or whatever the case may be, you're on high alert at all times.
Yeah, facts.
Even here, I tattoo at home, and I have this window right here because the kids play outside, so I can open the window and watch them play. I open the window too, so I can hear them and everything. There's some kids down the way that they were playing with my kids, and a car rolled up. Like, I just happened to look out at this time. A car rolled up and stopped and was talking to the kids. I couldn't hear what the man was saying. I just seen it and heard like mumbling. And then the little kid said something about like, oh yeah, this way or something like that. So as soon as he starts to pull off, I'm like, at this point I go outside because I'm like, I'm gonna let you know that I'm watching. So when he pulls off, I'm like, who was that? And he was like, oh, that's my neighbor or something like that. And then the other little kid was like, yeah, but he's kind of weird. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
tell that motherfucker to stay away from you next time.
Yeah,
don't do that because now I'm on extra high alert.
Yeah, fact.
Because kids don't be lying when it comes to like, you can some kids are bad, they be making up stuff, but they're not gonna lie about something.
You can tell it was genuine.
Yeah, not out of nowhere. It's unprovoked. Like I didn't hey, is that guy a weirdo? No, I just like how do you know him? How do you know him? That's my neighbor. He's a little weird. All right, stay away from him. I'm not your parent, but stay away from him. When you're around me, know that I'm watching you.
Yeah.
So
with that, to lighten it up, did you see the video where?
Because I'm about to. That shit.
Did you see the video where it was a white dude and it was a black dude, and the police came and they're like, white male, walk my way. And like basically like follow my voice, like keep your hands up, walk my way. So both both the white male and the black male are both walking. He's like, black male, stay where you're at. And he's like, I identify as a white male.
I did see that video.
I would definitely use it for that.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
But that's the funny thing though.
So to lighten it up, like shit like that, like all right, motherfucker, you just being funny. But it was like really, really funny because I mean, I ain't trying to get shot. I would do it.
You know what's fucked up? I can't even say that. Fuck y'all, because I know y'all laughing already.
Oh shit!
I identify as whatever I want to identify as that day, and you have no choice but to believe me.
Oh shit!
But I promise you, every time I get pulled over, my hands stay on the steering wheel.
That's
sir.
Funny.
Can you get it? Can I grab it real quick?
Yeah.
Go ahead. And they be like, every time I get pulled over and I act the way my blood is, they always look at me crazy like, why are you acting weird? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. You might see my curly hair and just go off the rails one day. I don't know. But no, I did see that one. That's funny. I think everything is funny. We talked about this last time.
Yeah,
so.
Facts.
But a lot of people don't think that shit's funny. I don't know. It. Like being trans fat.
Don't start. Don't start, my boy. Don't start. Switch the topic.
Nah.
We're not gonna do that. Not today.
We can talk about men and women, but we can't talk about big and small.
We talked about a serious topic. Let's talk about another serious topic.
All right, what's up?
I don't have the video. Okay. I will send it to you.
Okay.
So that way we could show you guys. But you ride bikes like I ride bikes.
Yes, sir.
You have your own opinion on bikers.
Yes, sir.
But I recently came across a video where there's a group of bikers, and it was a solo rider. I'm sure you know what a solo rider is. For those that don't know, it's an individual that is not within a club. He owns a bike and he just rides on his own. He's not associated with any organization or anything like that. He's just a guy that has a bike. That decided he wanted to get on the freeway at the same time that these bikers were on the freeway and speed across in front of them.
Right.
And there were some consequences and repercussions.
They dealt with him for real?
They ain't deal with him, but he definitely got his ass whooped. So my question to you would be, because I know how you feel.
Right.
But they don't know how you feel.
Right.
What is your viewpoint on bikers, and was that action justified?
No, they're a bitch. I promise you, that's you might as well identify as a woman at that point. Because look, hear me out. One, so what he's referring to is he knows how I feel about certain things. I don't believe in any group organization that has to do with colors. or flags or patches or whatever the case. I think it's weird. I'm not a fan. Never been. Well, I have my past. I thought I was going to be able to do stuff like that at a young age. I was going to go forward with it. But at the last minute, I decided not to. And I'm pretty glad I did, because then I would probably hate it myself at this point. I just think it's weird. But for that bike situation, I've seen that. I haven't seen that video specifically, but I've seen videos like that. Mm-hmm. And I rode bikes, and I was a solo rider. Mm-hmm. But I didn't know about that before knowing about it. Before, honestly, I think I learned about that maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. And I was riding before that, and I stopped riding before that point, right? So I was a solo rider, and I've passed up people. Not like big groups, but like 1 or 2 people or something like that. But again, at the time, I didn't know that. So when I would tell people, oh, yeah, you know, this, and they were like, bro, don't do that. Don't do that. And I'm like, for what? And they'll explain to me, that's the situation that happens. I think it's weird because, one, why is it me going faster than you such a hit to your ego that you have to chase me down, threaten me, beat me up, not by yourself, with a group, and then think that you're big bad about that? Yeah. That has nothing. It's bullshit. I don't believe it. I don't care. Unless I passed you up and was like, fuck you guys, and then, by all means. You can't do shit like that. But if I'm minding my own business, I am obviously by myself. I have no vest on, so I might not know the rules. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go do what I got to do. And most of the time, I'm pretty sure the guy was on a speed bike, right? Sports bike. Yeah. If we're on a sports bike, we're going to try to pass you. Yeah. It is what it is. Especially like a lot of the what are they called? MCs? Mm-hmm. Motorcycle clubs or whatever like that. Most of them, as far as I've paid attention to, ride like Harleys and stuff like that. So we're gonna go past you. It is what it is. But I feel like the biggest I know I'm rambling now, but I feel like the biggest problem of it is they're in a group. You're in a whole group of people. Mm-hmm. And I hurt your feelings that much because I went faster than you. It's crazy to me. That makes no fucking sense. And
my thing, being somebody that, at one point was in an organization for a very long time.
That's the one thing we disagree on.
So it's one of those things for me, and I can only speak for my group. I can't speak for every group. Right. You feel me? I can give details on how certain groups think, but I can only speak for my group. As far as me and my group, do your thing. Right. You feel me? Just don't get too close. Right. Because with us writing information and shit like that, we're doing that for our own safety.
Right. And I'm glad you brought that up. There is a formation and a reason.
It is one of those things where it's just like, if you speeding past us or cutting in front of us, or it's a trickle down effect. Yeah. You feel me? Because if you cut in front of me, I break, the motherfucker's behind me. Right. If he don't break in time, you feel me? So for us, it was more so of a safety thing. You feel me? Right. So it's just like, as long as you can respect that, by all means, you want to pop a wheelie in the next lane next to us, whatever the case may be. Granted, that's a little disrespectful, and that's you feel me? Just me, because like I said, safety thing, motherfucker. I don't know you. I can't trust that you gonna be able to hold that wheelie and not come into my lane. So. That right there, okay, it's a little disrespectful. You feel me? But if you want to, you feel me, go ahead, do your thing. You feel me? And we didn't necessarily worry about it. It's like, as long as you kind of respected our space, then by all means, you feel me? Go ahead, do what you want to do. Granted, there is levels to it. Yes. So you have your, and it's just a little bit of game. You have your RCs, you have your MCs, then you have your 1%ers. Right. So your RCs are usually typically the people that, we ride together. We, meet up at certain spots. But y'all don't got like same vests. Big ass rides. Don't have same vests. Like sometimes you might. Yeah. But it's not really required. You feel me? MCs are more so, we're organized, actual organization, doing certain things and stuff like that. Do a lot of stuff for like the community and everything else. You feel me? It's more so of that level. And then you got your 1%ers that are more so on some Sons of Anarchy shit. Right. So it's just like, it's levels to it, you feel me? And with people that don't know, it's like and this is just me speaking, you should somewhat get familiar with it, so that way you kind of know who you're dealing with. Yeah. But if you don't know,
If you don't know, you don't know. You can't.
Don't know. Don't do. Like, and that's just me, because it's just like, you feel me? Like, if you don't know, like, because if you ride a bike, obviously you know a little bit of something.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's just like, if you don't know who you're dealing with, and you don't know, the consequences of this, and that, like, even on like the whole, peace, respect thing. Like, when cars get over and you throw the peace sign, a lot of people that drive cars don't know what that is.
Right.
It's a sign of respect.
Right.
And some people look at it like, oh, this motherfucker being extra. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
I mean, so it's like, I get it. If you don't know, then, I can't really fault you for that. But take the time to, like, for me, like, or not for me, but like for like my cousins and shit like that, when they see me get over and they see, a bike throw the peace sign, they be like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, look it up. It takes,
but it only makes sense. I move over, they throw a sign.
But some people just don't put two and two together. Yeah. So it's just like, if you're wondering, look it up. Yeah. Do some research, you know, and that's with anything. You feel me? With anything that you kind of get into and stuff like that. Research, because I'm sure you did the research on your bike. I'm sure you did the research on. Yeah, but I'm not, like I said, that's not my lifestyle. So I'm not thinking of a group of bikes. And the only time before that, when I was a kid, my grandpa had a bike. That's how I kind of got into it. So when I was a kid, I would ride with him during toy runs, Christmas runs, and stuff like that. So it's a group of people, whether they're actually in a club, not in a club, it doesn't matter. If you have a bike, you gather around the holiday time. Hundreds of people.
Yeah, hundreds of people. You gather around, you buy gifts, you give them to needy kids, so on and so forth, right? So I've been a part of that. So I understand the formation thing because of that. But as far as like anything besides that, like I don't see the point in going the extra mile for something as trivial as someone passing you. Because if it was a car passing you, you wouldn't think twice about it. Oh, they're doing the lawn. If it was a car passing, and even then, if I'm in a car and I pass another car, if they're going slow, they're not. I feel like a lot of people do certain shit to get the reaction they want. Let's start with that. So if you're in a group, and like you said, it's circumstances. If you're in a group and you see me coming, which you should be paying attention to your surroundings, mirrors and all that good stuff. If you see me coming from a couple miles away and I've been steadily gaining on you, why should I have to stop to stay behind you? No, I'm gonna pass you. I'm going to pass you. I'm passing every fucking buddy else. I don't care. I'm going to pass you up. Yeah. Of course, I would probably switch the lane. Like I wouldn't split the lane doing that, because with motorcycle formations, there's usually two side by side in one car lane, right? So you could fill up the lane. They might not be side by side. They might be like, scattered or whatever. But that's kind of the formation. So I wouldn't lane split between them and cars. Yeah. Because we've all been in a car where a motorcycle lane split and we weren't paying that much attention, and it scares the fuck out of you. Yeah. So I wouldn't do that. I would switch lanes. Still not lane split, but I would like go into a whole nother lane, cruise on by, but I'm not going to stop to stay behind a big ass group of people. Yeah. That's just not me. Yeah. Which, if I ever get a bike again, that might be a downfall, but that's just how I feel. And if it comes to that point, then I'm just going to have to keep my protector on me too, so I can make sure I protect myself. You know what I mean?
So, a little ramble for you. I know how you feel on it and stuff like that. So I wanted to get your viewpoint on it, and also for our viewers, for the ones that don't know, this is kind of like a what would we call it? Informative maybe? Type of,
because now you know. But for me, it's kind of weird. I'm gonna ramble just a little bit longer. It's kind of weird because it's a weird like paradox where when you don't know, usually it doesn't happen. But once you know, it happens all the time. So like I said, I didn't know until I was already done riding my bike. Yeah. But to break it down to me specifically, like tattooing, there's certain like rules with tattooing. When I first started, I didn't know those rules. So I would break them, but it would work out fine for me. But once I like watched a video and they broke down a rule that I was already doing, once I learned it, and if I try to put it into practice again, it wouldn't work out right for me. Yeah. So it's one of those things. So yes, you should know. Yes, be careful. At the end of the day, you got to protect yourself.
Yeah, facts.
So if you're not comfortable doing something like that because of whatever could happen, or if you don't know the group that you're passing, or whatever the case may be, please stay behind them. Get off the freeway. Do something if you want to get around them.
Just switch lanes. Get over.
You think they would go with that?
Yeah.
Even the higher up type people?
Yeah. And that's the thing with like a lot of, you know, clubs and stuff like that. Like, don't get me wrong, some people are fucking RoboCops of, you know, the road when it comes down to it. You feel me? And for those motherfuckers, you just a dickhead. You feel me?
Yeah.
But for the motherfuckers that, you know, day to day, like, we ain't about the drama. We just, you know, trying to do what we do and keep it pushing. You feel me? If they're in a lane and you get over a lane, 9 times out of 10, you'll be good. Because 9 times out of 10, when they're riding in formation, like side by side, they're taking up 2 lanes.
Right.
Because it's the person that's guiding the group, and then it's the group.
Yeah.
So if you get over to where it's just like now you're not in a lane with any of them, 9 times out of 10, they'll always, I guarantee 100%, be like, all right, cool.
Oh, okay.
Like,
so that could have been the difference. That could have been, again, not knowing, but it could have been one of those things where I was over a lane enough where they didn't care. Yeah. So not saying I did it on purpose, but just, you know, that's just probably what I did. Yeah. Because I remember passing up at least one group. You can't get away from it. Yeah. But I don't, like, again, they didn't chase me down. They didn't do anything like that. But I did see a video recently, like maybe last week. It was same, you know, 2 motorcycle people, but it was a dude by himself, and I didn't see whatever vest, but he had a vest on. And then the other biker was a girl. And he pulled up beside her talking mad shit. Damn. Hey, bitch, don't do that again. Da, da, da. I'm like, bro, really? Yeah. One, you're going to try to punk somebody because they passed you. Yeah. But now it's a woman. Yeah. And she's like, okay, like, what do you want from me? It's I already did it. It's too late. We're at a fucking stop sign. What do you want from me? Yeah. But it's like, you're doing all that to a woman to show your nuts for what?
Yeah, I feel like those motherfuckers is just extra.
Yeah, the people that aren't real, fake it. Like you said, or the last episode, when you fake it, you have to fake it to make it. The people that really do it don't have to do all that extra shit. Because they know, like, if it really comes down to it, then it is what it is. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know. I get into it with people like that all the time. Especially when it comes to organized groups of people. Yeah, because you definitely know how you feel. Well, I know how you feel about organized groups. I let people know how I feel about it because it doesn't really matter. I told this dude the other day, he was trying to do all that whoop-de-whoop, and I was like, bro, don't say that. That's just gay to me. Yeah. And that was pretty much the end of it. He's like, oh, damn, I don't know. You know what I mean? So it's like, it is what it is. I'm not going to be told what to do by another man. I don't care.
Raymond has a very different perspective on life when it comes down to a lot of different things. So
I think that we're gonna get into it more because usually
we're gonna dabble into Raymond's head.
We've talked about it a couple times, but we don't think the exact same. But when it comes to stuff that we have talked about on camera, we agree for the most part. But we're gonna start giving y'all some little disagreements here or there. Even this, we might have disagreed about being a part of the things, but as you see, it's not that big of a deal. But then we also do agree that, you know, it's people do too much when it's not necessary. Yeah. So we're gonna get into it. He's gonna start picking my brain. I'm gonna try to find some things to pick his brain about that are camera safe. Cause this guy,
I got a lot. I got a lot I can talk about. Yeah, life has been lifing. I have a whole lot of life experiences. So yeah. I mean, shit. The next one we could really dig deep, bro. Like,
if you say go, we can talk about it.
I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it.
I just gotta. Do your kids know? They know about the podcast. They were talking with it. Have you let them watch any of our episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They watched. I think like the first couple episodes that we did.
Okay. Well, the first two weren't like we didn't. Well, no, the first one we talked about polygamy.
Yeah.
And then.
Well, we didn't really dive deep into
not
that
too much. Yeah, we didn't say nothing crazy.
Yeah. But they definitely send the podcast because every time they say it, they be like, "Daddy, you on YouTube?" They feel like that's like the
bro. If you want fans, have kids because they will be your biggest fan.
Like
if you could support them, because this shit is not easy.
Yeah.
But I just asked real quick. We're at the end of the video, but I just asked real quick because I have my other channel, my tattoo channel. I'm not gonna tag it. Y'all can find it on your own. It's my kids watch them. They watch the videos because it's just me and it's just talking about tattoos. Yeah. So I let them watch it. But they be cracking up because I have a couple videos where I'm just talking mad shit about tattoos. So they watch it, and I catch them every so often just putting it on. But a little bit ago, they were trying to watch the podcast episodes. And I was like, oh yeah, y'all can't watch that. Yeah, y'all can't watch it. But they're a little bit older, so they understand a little bit more.
Got to put an age restriction on it.
Yeah, for real. But I was like, yeah, y'all can't watch that because I don't remember which episode, but it was one where I was like me and whoever I was with at the time was talking like crazy. So I was like, y'all can't watch that. So what y'all think about the new setup though? Is it looking okay? We're still gonna get the little background shit to make it look a little bit better. But this is more or less what I think we're going to do. It's a little bit more
comfy.
Yeah, we're going to get some stands and stuff like that.
So I could have me like a little drink. And
yeah, you know
put a laptop in front of us, make it seem like we really,
doing something. Yeah, that's why I got like, you could see the stuff like that. But it's cool because I like the angle because we could look at each other easily and look at the camera easily. Because before we were just either facing the camera or just facing each other.
Facts.
So this is a good little medium. We're matching today. We were feeling real spontaneous.
Definitely not planned.
Definitely not, because I came down not even noticing until I sat down. But yeah, that was this episode. Let us know how you feel about the first situation we talked about. I was trying to find a way to break it to...
let us know how you feel about pronouns and...
Yeah, let him say, because I'm always the one canceling us. Let him say some canceling.
Let us know how you feel about people that identify themselves for the wrong reasons.
Yes, that's the perfect way to say it. Identify yourself for wrong reasons, bad reasons. And then let us know how you feel about organized groups showing they nuts when it comes to when it's not
now you showing your colors. Now you showing your colors. We digging deep now.
I don't know. I could talk about it forever, but. With that being said, this was this episode. If you want us to talk about anything specific for the next episode, please let us know in the comments. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. Share it to your best friend. If you don't have one, find one. And is that it?
That's it.
All right. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.